In this hand, you're playing a $55 tournament with weak, mediocre American competition. Villain 32 limps, villain 26 limps, villain 27 limps. It's on you in the big blind. You go ahead and check. The board comes king, queen, 2. You check after small blind checks and button checks. The turn is the 3 of spades. Small blind checks. What would you like to do? All right, this is super unbalanced, but I do this all the time versus bad players. We just overbet right here. And everybody folds 80% of the time. Why is that? Well, I mean, it's a logic. Always ask yourself, this question has made me a lot of money in poker, so pay attention to this next part. Ask yourself what your opponent can't have. So here, everybody checked around. Okay? What is that not? Villain 32 likely would have bet a king. Villain 26 likely would have bet a king. Villain 26 probably isn't limping that many big cards either on the button. So Villain 32 and Villain 26 on the flop likely would have bet a king for value and to protect their hand from flush draws and straight draws. Villain 27 checks twice. Okay, that's not a king. Most likely a king leads here when there's multiple flush draws and straight draws and they have the top pair. And it's likely to be the best hand. So what's the best hand anybody has? It is a queen. Now, a queen, imagine you have queen 10 and some guy does this. How are you feeling? Now, you might figure it out because you're the type of person who studies poker in your free time. But a lot of people just go, I don't know what this is. And they just fold. I do this a lot. I get a lot of alive. I get a lot of glares. I get a lot of that's so stupid. And then I get folds. And the day it stops working, I'll stop recommending it to you. Now, you might ask, what are you representing? You look like a dumbass with a set of 2s or 3s. Or you look like a dumbass with king 3. That's what you look like. Whoa, I don't like all these draws. I'm going to go ahead and overbet here. You'll even have people live show you pairs that they're folding. And the hand's not over if you get called. Obviously, there's some outs for you on the river. You wouldn't just do this with any 2 random cards, but it was a nice little excuse. It's a bluff. It's a very unbalanced bluff that I do a lot of the time. I don't see other people doing it that often. It really works for me, especially when no one knows who I am, especially if it's an anonymous site. I think you should work it into your game too. If you want to learn how to do more bluffs just like this, check out the information section of this video. There's a free training package about how to triple barrel bluff more. Check that out. You'll love it. If you want more content just like this, go to pokerheadrush.com. That website one more time, pokerheadrush.com.